For my first GLAD strategy, for the focus and motivation, I would do a KWL chart. And basically what the KWL chart consists of 4 areas. We have, what do we know about water? What do we want to know about water? How can we find the information of what we learned about water? So basically the students will fill in the information of what they know about water. An example, they drink it. This is where they would, the what do we know part is what they would want to learn from it. So you would say, where does it come from? And the third column is where we would find the information. So you can get it from a book. And then at the end, we will put what we learned about water. So basically, this is something that you can do maybe on the first day when you first start teaching the lesson. The students would help you fill in this chart and you wouldn't have to do it on your own. So the next one that we have for our input is our pictorial chart. So a pictorial chart basically gives you a picture of the topic that you're covering, and you can talk about anything. In our case, since our topic was water, we went ahead and drew a pictorial chart, a chart that shows you the benefits of water. So some examples is, it regulates our body temperature. Water is 70% of a human body, so students will be able to see that the blue is how much water is in our body and how important it is for us. And this is where we would also be able to teach students, the benefits of the water. We can tell them that it helps our liver and our kidneys. It carries nutrients to the oxygen cells. We would be able to say that, it protects our body, organs, and our tissues. And this is something that, of course, you would first draw it while the students are listening to you, and then you would have like a group discussion as you're filling in the part, maybe some stuff that you know, and then you would fill in the rest to the information that for things that you don't know. So this is our pictorial chart for our input. The third GLAD strategy is our guided oral. And what we chose to do is a chant. So in our case, this is a chant about the water cycle. I would read the chant. Water travels in a cycle, yes it does. Water travels in a cycle, yes it does. It goes up as evaporation, forms clouds as condensation, then falls as precipitation. Yes it does, yeehaw. So this is a good chant to help students with their oral skills. You would be able to teach the students, of course you would say it in a song like we wouldn't just read it off of it. So maybe you can clap your hands, water travels in a cycle, yes it does, and so forth. So this is something fun that the students would definitely enjoy, and they'll be able to learn, in our case, about the water cycle. Next we have, the next strategy is a reading and writing strategy, and what we chose to do is a cooperative strip paragraph. So what you would do here is you would give every student, you would put the students into groups, you would provide the students with a strip, a sentence strip, and then every group would be responsible with coming up with one sentence that has to do with water about what they learned. Once all the students are finished, one by one, the students would come up and give us their sentence, and then we can either leave it in a random order or we can try to put it in an order to where it sounds like a little mini paragraph. And of course, the teacher would help the students in doing this information, and this is how ultimately it would look at the end. It would be all of the student sentences in one paragraph. So this is for our reading and writing. Now the next one that we have for our extended activities, we chose to do a video, a YouTube video about water. So we would show the students the video. In our case, it was about the water and the water cycle. And this is fun for students to do because they don't get bored with the same information. They're able to learn the song, and they're able to learn the different benefits of water in one song. And of course, we would wait until the video is finished. In our case, our video was 1.5 minutes long. And then for our closure activity, there's different things that you would be able to do. In our case, we did choose a student-made big book to be one of them. So the students on their own, you would provide them with the materials. They would have to make up a book about water. This is where they would include everything that they learned, the benefits of water, the water cycle, where it comes from, how water is good for our bodies. And they would make a big book, of course, put the title page, and we would want them to include pictures and, of course, all the information that we know would be important for water. And then at the end, you could do a presentation where every group would come up and present their big book. Now, this can be